Hi, I'm Eugene. Join me for a special trip through Italy. We'll explore Italy's top UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Italy has more UNESCO sites than any country. Each one is unique. Every stone here tells a story. Let's discover them together. We'll visit 10 must-see places from Rome to the Dolomites, and there's a secret 11th spot. Don't miss it. Stay to the end for the surprise. Grab a seat and get ready to be amazed. Like and subscribe for more adventures. We begin our journey where, in many ways, Western civilization itself began, Rome. And at the heart of this eternal city stands its most iconic symbol, the Colosseum. Standing here, you can't help but feel a shiver down your spine. This massive amphitheater, completed in 80 AD, was the epicenter of Roman entertainment. It's a place of staggering scale and brutal history, where gladiators fought for their lives and emperors staged elaborate public spectacles for crowds of over 50,000 people. You can almost hear the roar of the crowd echoing through these ancient arches. Walking through the Colosseum is like stepping back in time, but a visit to the Colosseum is incomplete without exploring its surroundings, which are part of the same UNESCO site. Just a short walk away, you'll find the Roman Forum. This was the real heart of ancient Rome, the bustling marketplace, the center of government, and the main stage for public life. You can stroll along the Via Sacra, the main road. From the Forum, a gentle climb takes you up Palatine Hill. According to legend, this is where Romulus and Remus were found by the she-wolf and where Rome was founded. Later, it became the most exclusive residential area in the ancient city, home to emperors and the aristocracy. The ruins of their lavish palaces still stand, offering not just a glimpse into imperial life, but also the best panoramic views over the Forum and the Colosseum. From the solid ground of Rome, we travel north to a city built on water, a place that seems to defy logic and gravity, Venice. There is simply no place on earth like it. The entire city, along with its lagoon, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's easy to see why. Venice is a miracle of engineering and artistry, a maze of over 100 small islands connected by hundreds of bridges, separated by shimmering canals. Getting lost here isn't a problem, it's the whole point. Every turn reveals a new picturesque courtyard, a hidden church, or a stunning view. The heart of Venice is Piazza San Marco, or St. Mark's Square. Napoleon called it the drawing room of Europe, and it's a truly magnificent space dominated by the splendor of St. Mark's Basilica with its golden mosaics. But the real magic of Venice is found away from the crowds. It's in the quiet hum of a gondola slicing through a narrow canal. But the UNESCO site isn't just the main island, it's the entire lagoon, a unique ecosystem that has shaped Venetian life for centuries. A short Vaporetto ride takes you to some of the lagoon's other enchanting islands. First, there's Murano, world famous for its glass-making tradition. Then, there's the island of Burano, a photographer's dream. Here, the streets are lined with fishermen's houses, each painted a different, brilliant color. Our next stop takes us to the heart of Tuscany, to a city that is synonymous with art and genius, Florence. The entire historic center is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's essentially a vast open-air museum. This is the city of the Medici, Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo. It's the birthplace of the Renaissance, and you feel that revolutionary spirit everywhere you look. The skyline is dominated by one of the greatest feats of architecture ever conceived, Brunelleschi's magnificent dome atop the Florence Cathedral, the Duomo. Climbing to the top is a workout, but the reward is an unforgettable panoramic view of the city's red-tiled roofs, Giotto's bell tower, and the baptistery with its famous bronze doors. But Florence's treasures are not just in its grand monuments. The city's art is housed in some of the world's most important museums. A visit to the Uffizi Gallery is essential. Here you can see Botticelli's The Birth of Venus and Leonardo da Vinci's Annunciation. It's an overwhelming collection, so it's wise to book tickets in advance and focus on a few key masterpieces to truly appreciate them. Beyond the Uffizi, the streets of Florence themselves are a gallery. You can stroll across the Ponte Vecchio, the city's oldest bridge, lined with glittering jewelry shops that have been there for centuries. This bridge was the only one in Florence to survive World War II. Nearby, you can wander through the Oltrarno district, where you'll find artisan workshops still practicing traditional crafts like leatherworking and paper marbling. From the glories of the Renaissance, we journey south and back in time to a place of immense tragedy and incredible preservation, the archaeological sites of Pompeii and Herculaneum. In 79 AD, the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius buried these thriving Roman cities under a thick blanket of volcanic ash and pumice. It was a horrific event, but it also created a near-perfect time capsule. Walking through the excavated streets of Pompeii is a haunting and profoundly moving experience. This was not just a collection of temples and villas, it was a real working-class city. You can walk into homes and see colorful frescoes still vibrant on the walls, step into bakeries with carbonized loaves of bread still in the ovens, and read graffiti scribbled by ordinary Romans. You can see the chariot ruts worn into the stone-paved streets and visit the lavish Villa of the Mysteries with its stunning frescoes and the House of the Tragic Poet. While Pompeii is the more famous site, the nearby town of Herculaneum is also a must-see. It was buried by a different kind of volcanic flow, a superheated pyroclastic surge that preserved wooden doors, furniture, and papyrus scrolls. To complete the experience, I highly recommend a trip up the cause of it all, Mount Vesuvius. Hike to the rim of the crater, look into the steaming caldera, then out at the panoramic view of the Bay of Naples with the sprawling ruins of Pompeii below. It's a humbling experience that puts the entire story of Pompeii and its people into a dramatic and unforgettable context. After the somber history of Pompeii, we need a dose of pure, breathtaking beauty, and there's no better place to find it than the Amalfi Coast. This stretch of coastline, a UNESCO site for its outstanding cultural landscape, looks like it was sculpted by the gods. Jagged cliffs plunge dramatically into the turquoise waters of the Tyrrhenian Sea, while pastel-colored villages cling precariously to the mountainsides. The famous coastal road twists and turns, each bend revealing a view more stunning than the last. The coast is dotted with enchanting towns. The most famous is Positano, a cascade of peach pink and white houses tumbling down the cliffside to a chic pebbly beach. Positano is a place to see and be seen, browse high-end boutiques, and enjoy a long lazy lunch at a seaside restaurant. Lots of stairs, but every climb is rewarded with a picture-perfect vista. It's the very definition of la dolce vita. For a different, more serene experience, head up into the hills to Ravello. Perched high above the sea, Ravello has long been a haven for artists, writers, and musicians. It's known for its magnificent villas and gardens. Villa Ruffolo's terraced gardens seem to hang between sky and sea. Those gardens famously inspired Richard Wagner. It's a place of tranquility and sublime beauty. The town of Amalfi itself has a proud maritime history. Amalfi Cathedral dominates the main piazza with its Arab Norman facade and grand staircase. From here you can take boats to explore the coast. Seeing the coastline from the water shows its dramatic scale and beauty. The Amalfi Coast is a landscape shaped by centuries of human effort. Steep hillsides covered in terraced lemon groves and ancient footpaths like the Path of the Gods. Traveling north along the Italian Riviera, we come to another spectacular coastal UNESCO site, but with a different, more rustic charm, the Cinque Terre. The name means the five lands, and it refers to five ancient fishing villages. Like jewels set into the rugged coastline, these colorful villages are nestled in coves and perched on cliffs. They're connected by a network of stunning hiking trails that snake along the cliffs. For centuries, they were isolated, accessible only by sea or by mule paths. This isolation helped preserve their unique character. The hiking trails are a huge part of the Cinque Terre experience. Corniglia sits high on a promontory surrounded by vineyards, offering a quieter atmosphere and incredible views. Manarola is famous for its sweet Siachetra wine and an iconic cluster of colorful houses, especially beautiful at sunset. We now leave the coast, head back into the heart of Tuscany to a city that is Florence's historic rival and a perfectly preserved Gothic masterpiece, Siena. Walking into Siena's historic center is honestly like stepping into the 14th century. While Florence embraced the Renaissance, Siena clung to its medieval roots, creating a city of brick and stone with a unique, proud identity. The entire city is built on three hills, and its winding narrow streets all converge on one of the most magnificent public squares in all of Europe, the Piazza del Campo. It's not a square at all, but actually a unique shell-shaped sloping piazza. But twice a year, on July 2nd and August 16th, this tranquil space explodes with passion and pageantry for the Palio di Siena. This is a bareback horse race where 10 of the city's 17 contrade compete for honor and glory. So far, our journey has focused on the incredible artistic and historical achievements of Italy, but now we head to the far north, the Dolomites. These mountains are part of the Southern Limestone Alps and are unlike any other range in the world. Pale peaks with jagged silhouettes rising from lush green valleys and meadows. They're geological wonders, formed from fossilized coral reefs from an ancient sea. The Dolomites are famous for a phenomenon called enrosadira. It's a truly magical spectacle. You feel humbled by the power and beauty of nature. This landscape changes constantly with the light and the seasons. This region offers a unique cultural blend as well. You can see Austro-Hungarian influence everywhere, the chalet architecture, Italian pasta, alongside Austrian dumplings and strudel. From the dramatic peaks of the north, we return to the gentle, rolling heartland of Tuscany. A landscape so perfect, so quintessentially Italian that it has inspired painters for centuries, the Val d'Orcia. This entire valley, south of Siena, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized as an agricultural landscape inspired by Renaissance aesthetics. Human cultivation and nature in perfect harmony. This is the Tuscany of your dreams. Soft rolling hills dotted with solitary farmhouses and clusters of cypress trees. Charming hilltop towns grow from the landscape. Pienza, the ideal Renaissance city, redesigned by Pope Pius II in the 15th century. Eugene tasting pecorino cheese in Pienza Market. Montalcino, home of Brunello di Montalcino, dominated by a medieval fortress with streets lined with enotecas offering tastings. For our final official stop, we return to Rome, but we are technically leaving Italy. We are entering the smallest sovereign state in the world, Vatican City. Although it's its own country, it's an enclave within Rome and an unmissable part of any Italian journey. The Vatican is the spiritual center of the Roman Catholic Church, but its significance as a UNESCO World Heritage Site extends far beyond religion. It is one of the greatest repositories of art and architecture on the planet. The centerpiece of Vatican City is St. Peter's Basilica, a colossal church that can hold up to 60,000 people. Its sheer scale is almost impossible to comprehend. As you step inside, you are enveloped by its grandeur. Light streams down from Michelangelo's magnificent dome, illuminating a space filled with artistic masterpieces. Here you'll find Bernini's soaring bronze baldacchino over the main altar and Michelangelo's heart-wrenching sculpture, the Pietà. St. Peter's Square itself is a masterpiece of design. Created by Bernini, its massive colonnades are designed to look like the maternal arms of the church embracing the faithful. Next, we visit the Vatican Museums, a collection of museums that house treasures accumulated by popes over centuries. But the ultimate destination for every visitor is the Sistine Chapel. Entering the Sistine Chapel and gazing up at Michelangelo's ceiling is one of the most profound artistic experiences a person can have. Well, you've made it to the end, and as promised, I have a special bonus site for you. We're heading far south to Puglia. Alberobello looks like a fantasy town, famous for its unique trulli. These buildings are why it's a UNESCO site. What is a trullo? It's a traditional dry stone hut with a conical roof built using a prehistoric building technique. The walls are made of limestone boulders collected from the surrounding fields, built without any mortar. The town is divided into two main districts, or rioni. Rione Monti is the more tourist-oriented area converted into souvenir shops, cafes, and artisan workshops. It's whimsical and incredibly photogenic, like a fairy tale village. For a more authentic experience, cross the main road to Aya Piccola. Aya Piccola is still largely residential. You can see how these unique structures are used as homes by local families. It's quieter here, and you get a better sense of history and community. And so our journey through Italy's incredible UNESCO World Heritage Sites comes to a close. From the timeless power of the Colosseum to the fairy tale magic of Alberobello's Trulli, we've seen how Italy's history, art, and natural beauty have shaped not just a nation but the world. Each of these sites tells a story, a piece of the grand, complex, and beautiful puzzle that is Italy. I hope this trip has inspired you and given you a deeper appreciation for the treasures this country holds. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. If you enjoyed our journey together, please don't forget to give this video a like. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our future travels. After seeing all these amazing places, which Italian UNESCO site is now at the top of your travel list? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and as they say in Italy, ciao for now.